Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Food Experience. Today's experience, we're going to make some chocolate cake in the Kalorik Maxx air fryer oven. First time ever making chocolate cake from scratch. We'll see how this goes. And I got two of these 6-inch bake pans. That's what I'm going to use to bake them in. So first things first, we got to go ahead and put together the batter. And without further ado, here we go. So the first thing I want to do is add the dry ingredients. And I'm going to measure them out in grams. First ingredient I'm going to add is flour. It calls for 3 cups, which is 375 grams. That's what I've got weighed out. Let's go ahead and dump that in. Next is going to be 3 cups of sugar, which translates to 600 grams. Next you want to add 1.5 cups of cocoa powder, which translates to 150 grams. Next is 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, and I'm just going to do that by the actual teaspoon. 1 tablespoon baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Next you want to lower your stand mixer, and then go ahead and mix on low speed till everything's well combined. I would give it a couple minutes. Once everything's combined, go ahead and turn it off. You could raise the mixer. There we go. Everything looks like it's even. Next we're going to add the wet ingredients, so I'm going to go with 4 eggs. And you want to use large eggs. 1.5 cups of buttermilk. 1.5 cups of warm water, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Go ahead and lower the mixer and go at medium speed for about 3 minutes or until everything's smooth. While we're waiting on the mixer to complete, I just want to let you know I bought these Wilton Bake Even strips. It's supposed to help prevent against the cake's doming at the top. And they're pretty long, okay? So what you got to do is first soak these in cold water for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Also, while the mixer is going, you want to grease up however many cake tins that you're going to use. And I'm just going to do one for a test run, but you definitely want to make sure it is completely coated with butter. That way the cake doesn't stick. And throw in a little bit of dusting of flour. Not too much though. And if there's any extra, just kind of bang it out. And that should be pretty good. Let's take a peek. Yeah, it looks like it's all combined. See if I scrape the sides. I did actually scrape the sides a couple times while I was going, because I noticed that there was a little bit of flour and sugar coming off. But yeah, it seems all well mixed now. I don't notice anything like that. There's no lumps in there. So I think we're all good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the whisk attachment so it's out of the way. And I also want to let you know I've been preheating the Max. The recipe calls for 350, but I read if you go less by 25 degrees, it also helps prevent against doming. So here is the Bake Even strip that I got. It was soaking in cold water. And I want to go ahead and cinch it around the pan. It's my first time ever doing something like this, so really hoping it goes through okay. Because one of these cakes is for a good friend of mine at work. So you just want to cinch it around, and then I have another loop around the side here. I'm going to have to bring it back a little bit. Go ahead and put it through the other loop, and you want to try to get it as tight as possible. Like I said, this is my first time ever trying something like this, so we shall see what happens. Now what you want to do is fill it with batter, and I'm pretty sure it's going to rise, so you want to leave a little extra room. I got it about a 1/2 inch, maybe a little less from the top. All right, now it's time to put it in the max. As you see, I got it on 325 degrees and I set it for an hour. Normally the recipe calls for 30 to 35 minutes. And I know it's going to be longer than that since I'm going to be cooking it at a lower temperature. And I have the wire rack on the bake to position. And you also want to kind of tap it to remove any air bubbles. But we're going to go ahead and close it up and wait the time, see how it comes out. I'll test it with a toothpick. And if it's all good, then I'll go ahead and bake a second one. As you saw, I had a total catastrophe with the first cake. Luckily, I got a cake to come out of all this. Here it is right here. I'm really hoping she likes it. All right, everybody, I have had a fun time here. Today is the next day. The first cake I made last night totally almost decimated the inside of the Maxx. And here's a picture of what happened. Yeah, that's not good at all. I filled it up a little bit too high and it bubbled out over everywhere, all inside the Maxx. I went to pull out the crumb tray. It went all over the front bottom heating element. I definitely had to let it cool down, and then I thoroughly wiped that wiped that heating element with paper towel and hot water. And then I preheated again, started a second cake. It came out, but it stuck to the pan. So here I am the next day, made a whole new batch of batter, and it's done. It's been in there, I'd say about an hour. So time to remove it. I just checked it with a toothpick. Nothing comes off on the toothpick. It's clean. Should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it. Smells really good. Then again, it did yesterday too. So I'm going to let it sit there on the wire rack on my counter for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to see if it comes out. And the difference I did this time, because the last cake, it definitely stuck to the pan. And this time I wanted to try it differently. I was looking up some things online to prevent sticking. So this one I greased thoroughly with shortening. Then I hit it with some cooking spray. I put in parchment paper that has pull tabs. And then I lightly sprayed the top of the parchment paper with cooking spray. So I'm hoping this one comes out easily. We're going to find out. Join you back as soon as it's done cooling off a little bit. Time to apply some frosting. Now I'm not really good at frosting or baking or anything like that. So I'm just going to do the best I could possibly do, which probably isn't going to say too much, but I'm going to try it anyways, right? And this is a dark chocolate frosting, Betty Crocker, made with bioengineered ingredients. Gotta love that. Or not Betty Crocker, I'm sorry, Pillsbury, but still made with bioengineered ingredients. Like it's made in a laboratory. Love it. I love making fun of stuff like that. Okay, frosting is definitely complete. Got it all around the sides, nice and smooth looking, smooth on the top. And yeah, let's plant some strawberries on it. I've got fresh strawberries that I picked up from the supermarket. I don't want to put it on now because when I transport it, I won't have enough room for it to be on top. I'm going to do this at the last minute while I'm at work. All right, there you go. Chocolate cake, all frosted and dressed up. Let's go back up top and we're going to sample the cake that I made yesterday that I kind of destroyed. So here's the cake I made yesterday. Half the strawberries are gone. Man, yesterday, bad day for baking for Andy. Actually, the night before and yesterday. Like I said, the first cake made a total mess in the Maxx. The second cake, this one here, it stuck to the pan and it just doesn't look good. And I wanted to give her a good cake. and I didn't have time to redo it last night. So it's kind of good because today I didn't know she had requested the day off and wasn't there. So I got off the hook. But however, I wanted to preserve this cake and bring it to her today. Well, clumsy me, I had to go up a flight of stairs to where the refrigerator is, and right when I got to the top step, this was in a box. I kind of tripped, the box flew out of my hands, I went tumble, 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 and that's what happened to this cake. But I bet you it still eats good, and we're going to try it right now. Man, this has been like the biggest disaster video I've ever had. And I wanted to share it with you guys, you know. Not everything always goes according to plan, but one thing that went according to plan is what I did tonight. You saw the cake. It looks totally lovely, and I can't wait to give it to her tomorrow and see what her response is. So let's go ahead and dig into this one. Been really curious to try this cake because a lot of people rave about it on the site I got it from. And oh yeah, the site that I got this recipe from, I'm going to go ahead and post in the description down below. I don't have it on me right now, but I will do that. Well, that's good. Considering this cake's been through a lot, pretty darn good. It's moist. The frosting is good even though it's canned frosting. It's really rich. I'm going to get a good chunk of strawberry frosting and cake. There we go. Oh, that's delicious. I've never actually had strawberries and chocolate before. I know it's a big deal, but just never had it. Now I know what all the fuss is about. That just goes together so good. I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the fridge and definitely enjoy it over the next couple days. Meanwhile, the other cake that I made tonight, I'm going to bring to work with me tomorrow. And I'm really looking forward to her reaction. I hope it's a good one. So the remaining batter I have right here, I have enough for at least one more cake. And I got some special plans with this. I hope it's able to stay well in the refrigerator. I put plastic wrap all over it to kind of seal it in. Because what I'm going to do, if this holds overnight, is I'm going to dump in, I don't know, probably like half to a whole bottle of hot pepper tincture in there. Something that's like a few million Scoville heat units. And bake that cake and see how it is. Unfortunately, you're not going to know. Although I might talk about it later. Maybe on my birthday. Did I tell you guys? Not only is it this gal's birthday, and that's why I'm bringing her this cake in the first place, but it's going to be my birthday this Saturday, September 4th. And I think I'm going to try to go live and celebrate with you guys. You know, maybe I'll cook some breakfast or who knows what I'm going to do. But I'm definitely going to go live at some point Saturday. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be random. I'm not going to announce it. But if you see something pop up in your YouTube notifications, hey, the food experience is live, tune in. Wish me a happy birthday, you know. Little words like that go a long way. And you know what else goes a long way? You guys being part of my channel. I am forever grateful that you're part of the food experience. And I hope you enjoyed this experience, even though there was like some mishaps along the way. I definitely did not hide them. I didn't really show you the video of the cake dripping, but you got to see a good picture. Anyhow, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please drop me a line down below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I got all kinds of good things coming up. And with that said, I'm going to wish you all a very stellar day. Be excellent. And most of all, remember me. I am KJ Andio, your food experience host with the most. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.